And thanks very much for coming by and staying by. Thank you very much. This Wake Up Africa. It's live on Dominion TV, live on all our socials, my Dominion TV. Just check us, drop your comments. At least now we have a single man who cooks and a married man who cooks, who goes to the market and cooks. And so that is why I want to, just as I'm doing for them, also help you to get, when you get into the market, one thing you want to look out for is the Gino tomato mix. It's thick, it's red, and it's rich, just the way you like it. Gino tomato mix is your go-to for the unique blend of tomato concentrate, fiber, and essential vitamins that make every meal pop up with flavor and color. It's also enriched with vitamin A, D3, fiber, and zinc, treating your family to tasty and delicious meal. And so with Gino tomato mix, you can never go wrong. And so go on and make the next meal with unforgettable, thick, red, rich Gino tomato mix because Gino truly, truly, truly cares. And so anytime you want any tomato mix, you know where to go. Gino tomato mix, right, is to do. The Bank Hospital is also proud to be associated with the Wake Up Africa. Morning show for all your medical needs. Visit the Bank Hospital, where care meets excellence. You can find them at cantonments near Nafti in Accra. The Bank Hospital, your trusted partner for quality healthcare. Call them on 0302 739 373, right? And so let's meet at the Bank Hospital, especially anytime you feel something is wrong with you medically. Righty, so my guests are seated. Dr. Piakubi, Dr. Justice Piakubi. We'll leave the rest of the names for later, especially when we have elevated him to the professor status. And so, Dr. Justice Piakubi is a development expert and also the Dean for Dominion Theological Seminary. Also, there is a forensic scientist here and also the leader of Next Gen at Action Chapel International, Pastor Bernard Adi, Pastor Buddy, who joins me as well. Thank you very much, men.
Thank you very much.
You are very, 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 very welcome.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Welcome to the set.
I think before we start, maybe I have to quickly apologize to our viewers. When I'm trying to put the thing on silent.
Oh, we didn't know it was you.
Rather,
you see, you thought it's Bonibia, it's me.
Yeah.
Now, you see,
so viewers, since you don't know it was me, I turned it to.
I take up. You know, when you're with your parents and something bad happens, it's you.
I know. Anyways, but I hope all is well with you, you men.
Yeah.
And we're on. Let's get on, right?
Yeah.
Let me start off with. Okay, so let's do the very first story, and that largely has to do with. But let me start off with the Professor Evansetta Mills.
Yes.
The name given to the University of Health and Allied Sciences, and. The minister has decided to rename.
Wow, that's UHAS?
Yes, that's UHAS. They have two campuses, actually.
So nice.
They have two campuses.
I've never been there, you know.
Yes, I would have to take you on a tour.
Oh, yeah. Ho is on top of my bucket list for this.
Yeah, you've not been to Ho.
I'm an honorary self-appointed honorary member of the Voter Region.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Then you're not pronouncing it well.
Voter Region.
Voter Region.
I see. So, I mean, what do you think about that, though?
Okay, I was very happy, actually, that at least, you know, he started the thing, if I'm not mistaken. So, for
2011.
And Prof. Atamils is somebody that I really, really wish that he would be honored one way or the other.
Right.
And so I was very happy. My only concern was the fact that in Ghana, when a party comes, he change the name and they put
that
another
one
hand. So I'm really hoping that they will make politics out of it,
Right.
because the man deserves it. He deserves it. So I'm really praying that, please, MPP, CPP, UPP, all the peace, please.
When you come.
When you come, just only for this one, they should leave it, because the man actually is a man that we need to honor him. To me, it wasn't just the university. I was longing for anything, and I think rightfully so when it's something that he actually did it. So I'm grateful.
You know, they wanted to name that particular place after Ephraim.
Okay.
Yes, but the Asogli states felt like because
Well, if Mamu is an law, or where's he from?
no Peki.
Peki. But what's the difference?
Okay, so the people felt like the traditional area who gave out the land and all of that, the support, felt like at least there are other people around as well who could have deserved it, and so
Like who? Other people like who? Did they bring any names?
I can't remember
Like
the
Atta
names.
Mills.
No, so now that Professor Mills's name has come, maybe that because he was a former president, maybe because I've not heard any opposition.
Right. Yeah. I mean, all the school is in full support, and rightfully so. Professor Mills, this was his brainchild.
Absolutely.
He envisioned it.
Yes.
He established
Yes.
it. He made sure all the things were done,
Yes.
and it was established by an act of parliament in 2011.
Right.
And Professor Mills is an academic himself. You know, he's a professor. You know, and he taught for a long time. Became, I think, the GRA commissioner also. He was a vice president, then a president. I mean, he's done so much for this country, and it was. He also was in politics at a very sensitive time when the election petition was going on, and you know he was also known as Asumjehini, if you will remember, because he was so soft-spoken, but he was very firm.
Yes.
And there are so many things that we can credit to him. Romantic too. There are so many things we can credit to him, and we don't give him nearly enough credits as he deserves. So I think this is in the right direction. KNUST used to be called University of Science and Technology, and then it was named after Kwame Nkrumah after some time, because we all know it was his brainchild and everything. So I think this is also a step in the right direction. I also remember there was I don't know if it was successful though, an attempt to rename UDS after Rollins.
Yeah.
No.
Then they were trying.
But I think, was he alive at the time?
I think he was.
He said no.
He said no. Hey, Rollins. Papa
So
G.
I said earlier that if Professor Mills were to be alive,
He would have said no.
he would have said no. You will not even moot that idea. It will not even come out. That's who the man is.
So now that Rollins is dead, can we just name it after him?
No, once he said no, let's not try it again.
Or his daughter will stand before him
not
and say
necessarily, but I mean, the man says, I don't need any of those. So,
no. Oh, but he deserves to be honored though.
yeah.
He deserves to be honored. I mean, I think I'm also looking forward to a time President Kufuor things will be named after President before he checks out, really. Because I believe in honoring people while they are still around.
Alive.
Than, you know, when Professor Mills is his family that will say, oh, well, we thank you for the honor and so on. But President Kufuor is still alive. You know, President Kufuor, what he has done for this country, I don't know if we realize it. He came in right after President Rollins. The economy was a bit fragile. He restored it to the best we've ever seen. We always reference that time. The dollar was whatever, 1 cedi was $1. You know, we always reference that time. Took us to HIPIC, brought us out, did the cedi redenomination, gave Ghana a new, facelift kind of thing. Between him and Professor Atta Mills, if we had a chain of presidents like that, like Professor Atta Mills, President Kufuor, if we had a chain of presidents like that till now, I think would have been far gone. So I believe, all things considered, we should try and honor President Kufuor before he checks out, while he's still alive.
For me, my problem with that is that, though I really want President Kufuor to be honored, and especially even President Kufuor, if we don't take care, we are going to be honoring all the past presidents.
Right.
Because Ghana will like politics too much. It will come to a time that, because President Kufuor seriously deserves. I wasn't in the country.
Around that time.
Yeah.
I was.
I never experienced this thing. But Kufuor's government. But guys, how you are proud of being a Ghanaian those times.
Yes.
Yeah, it was serious. So, especially among the Africans. I
Yeah.
didn't know what was going on here in Ghana. But maybe they exaggerated some of them. So much so that even I went to US Embassy.
Yeah.
And the American guy who was interviewing me was talking about Ghana.
I reserve my comment.
And I think, yeah, and I think,
But I'm the host. I said.
and I think that time also it was I think as around the same time also Kofi Annan was also around.
Exactly.
So it made a thing. I remember the American guy was saying, hey, so you know Kofi Annan? I said, oh, Kofi means she was born on Friday. So I mean, that's how the whole conversation.
One of the things that I think we enjoyed at the time was
the way you are smiling and I think we better still reserve your comments.
was the seamless changeover. What Rawlings did after becoming a civilian,
Right.
and says, I'm not going to go again.
Right.
And let it for it blew everybody's mind because a lot of people were expecting
Him to hold on to
to
power.
still hold on. So that it made our democratic credentials shoot up.
Yes.
So the name Ghana was on the lips of a lot of people. So he enjoyed that goodwill, and that's what
And he
came
made
with
good
the
of it
government.
too.
I'm not saying
Made
that.
good of
I'm
it.
saying that I just wanted to point out what shots Ghana into the minds of a lot of people.
I
at the
agree.
time.
And
Yes.
it was President Rawlings' time that the constitution was framed and gazetted
Right,
and all
right.
that. You know, so he being a military leader,
Right.
transitioning to a civilian leader,
Right.
making sure there was a constitution that made sure he was out when he was supposed to be out. And when the time was due, he said, look, the constitution says I'm leaving.
Yeah.
You know, for me, that alone
Yeah.
is one of the reasons we should really honor him, because we look around our neighboring countries, some very close to our noses, it's time for them to leave and they're like, nah, I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
You know, if I leave now, it's too fragile. You know, they cite so many
Yeah.
reasons and they hang on to power. Africa is notorious for having civilian presidents who want to create dynasties.
Yeah.
You know, just right here, you know, in our Eastern Corridor,
Yes.
we have a particular family ruling
Yes.
for a very long time.
Yet, when there are seemingly military takeovers, they shout.
Right.
Exactly.
They want to create dynasties, but when military takes over,
They say there's
no.
a problem.
Meanwhile, democratically, you have taken over some of the government. And so, for me, the thought, but I would have to say that, do things to etch your name in the hearts,
yes, of
in the
people.
hearts of people, rather.
Exactly.
I'm not sure a lot of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, even if we were not to name anything after him, his name will forever
Exactly.
be in the minds of people.
Dr. Kwame
I mean, the
Nkrumah
way the foreigners actually call his name, it
Right.
make it
Sajif.
in Nkrumah.
Everyone. I say, even if we don't sell anything, we can reserve our gold, oil, and every other thing. The name Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, if we sell it, will bring us a lot
It's
of
not
money.
just in Ghana, everywhere in Africa. It's celebrated.
yeah.
We love it.
Anyways, so away from that, let's go to the suspended CJ's injunction.
Oh, man.
Yeah, is it not getting...
It's getting a bit too long.
So, yeah, I know.
Getting a bit too long.
But hey, we have to just talk about it, give information out for you. The suspended Chief Justice Gertrude Torkornoo has suffered yet another defeat in an attempt to halt proceedings by the 5-member committee set up to probe the 3 petitions seeking her removal. On Wednesday, May 28, the Supreme Court unanimously dismissed injunction application against the committee. The ruling was delivered a few hours after the supplementary affidavit was struck out unanimously by the court. I gave a background earlier. She on the May 21st filed an application at the Supreme Court seeking to restrain committee set up by President John Dramani Mahama to investigate petitions seeking her removal from office. In a suit, she requested an interlocutory injunction to halt all proceedings of the committee pending the final determination of the case. According to the court document, the Chief Justice wanted the Supreme Court to issue an order restraining the 6-member committee as composed by the names. The application also sought to bar Justices Pomang Adibo Siedu from presiding or participating in any deliberations of the committee. Further, the Chief Justice was also seeking or asking the court to suspend the operation of the warrant of her suspension issued issued by the President and Article 14610 of the Constitution until a final determination is made on the matter. Other legal actions taken by some individuals and group at the Supreme Court against the process so far by the committee have been dismissed. The case that the Deputy Attorney General I was making earlier was that he says that if we don't stop these, we might end up hearing everything that comes, that is happening at the committee through injunctions,
Right.
through cases that
Affidavits and stuff.
that are filed in court. What do you think?
For my mother or my auntie rather, because I'm not that young. I don't really know his end games or her end games, because
She's fighting for her rights.
yeah, but
That's
time
according
is,
to the lawyer.
yeah, but time is running out. Let me give you an example, a scenario I gave yesterday in a different TV station. You are playing a football match. It's a very serious one for that matter. It's 89th minute. You are losing 1-0. The opponent hits you. The referee didn't give you the foul. And you are still lying down, doing your leg like that. Time is running out. And whether this woman knows it or not, time is running out.
What kind of analogy?
Time is running out. This is not a time you see your own players come say, Basa, get up. Let's continue to play the game.
Yellow card. No.
No, you can't. There are some rights you just, like for example, the prima facie right, this thing didn't go through right, whatever. If they let it go through the process that you want, will it change anything?
What
It will
do
not
you
change.
say to people who say, indeed, according to they themselves, they understand the phenomenon of the wheels of justice grind slowly. So if these particular ones are dismissed, the other ones that could be admitted in court.
Let's say that even it wasn't dismissed, you are being suspended. The old man, Bafuboni, is still reigning. He will reign and go retirement. Somebody will replace. It will come to a time that even if you win the thing, you won't even have the face to go there in the first place. Right. So I don't really know what he's fighting for right now. If I were here, I would just go quietly. Because
that would be admitting guilt and also
the fact of the matter is that when the policeman said he will catch you, when the referee said he won't get you the foul, you can lift your leg.
Dr. Piaku brought it back again.
Can catch your leg and wave it.
But you know why? Because Chelsea, we won the cup yesterday.
I knew he'd go there. He has one blue. Didn't you see his one blue?
When we are
you
finishing,
didn't know why.
That's why.
Who is the color?
Okay, fine. When we finish, we'll talk about that because they should be ashamed of themselves.
Oh, why?
Why?
Well, no, but when we finish,
Battered the Betis people. They pounded them like yam.
Betis. You fine. When we finish, we'll talk. So let's go on the CJ. Let's go on the CJ. Let's go on the CJ.
Okay.
Let's go.
He's wearing Betis jersey also green.
You're a Betis sympathizer. You're playing against yesterday. Sorry for you. I'm so sorry for you. Say hi to Anthony for me. So that's for the CJ's case. She's filed, if I cannot count off the top of my head, like 4.
People have said vicariously through also, if you like, Vincent Assefa, because the council. No, I mean I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying, but it's not clearly because her name is not there.
Yes.
Yeah, but vicariously.
But anyway, the first one that she filed, she said, the people that had been, well, it was actually the Attorney General.
Right.
That was trying to counter the subpoena that they were served.
Right.
The writ.
Yes.
The defendants in the writ. He said, well, there's no need for you to add the Attorney General and the members of the committee as respondents.
Yes.
It wasn't necessary.
Yes.
But the court ruled in favor of Madam Tokonu in that case.
Yes.
Or that one there, we won't talk about it.
I see. Okay, fine. Yes.
So she won in that case because Governor Dami made the case
mentioned
that
it earlier.
he said there are certain reliefs that they are targeting directly at those particular people. And so they must necessarily be respondents in that rate. And the Supreme Court agreed that they should be there. But, I mean, compared to the losses, I think that's a very small win. In fact, it's not even a win at all. Then she moved to injunct the committee to halt or slow their process. The Supreme Court said no. And one of the reasons she cited through her lawyers was that one of the petitioners, Daniel Ofori, the businessman who went neck to neck with EcoBank, Justice Siedu ruled in favor of in his favor, and he's part of the committee. And Justice Bafuboni said, so he brought a case to court. On the merits of the case, it was judged.
Yes.
It went in his favor. How does that play into any of this? And Justice Johnny Kolendi echoed the same sentiment. He was like, okay, I don't understand what you are getting at. Somebody came to court, they won the case. It so happens that this man is the one, and you are the one who even empaneled him. So what, we didn't know, we didn't ever know that there will come a time where you'll be in trouble and he's going to be on a court. I mean, what are you even trying to get at?
Yeah.
So as for that one, it was, I mean, even a normal person can tell that this one there's no merit to it. Then she went further to now move for the dissolution of the committee. Cries like, please dissolve it. Cry. And unanimously, it didn't even take 1 hour. If it was within minutes, they came and said, please, all these things are done in accordance with the Constitution. So I don't think that this thing. Then now she says she wants to waive her rights to in-camera proceedings. And the response to that was, it's not a right. The Constitution says it shall be held in camera. It's not a right.
Yes.
If it's not right, you can't even come and talk about waiver. If I have the rights to privacy of property, and the police people come in, they say, don't search my property, and I say, well, I have nothing to hide. I waive that right, and then you come in. That's me waiving my rights to privacy. But if this is a constitutional mandate, and there was a case that the Supreme Court ruled on, I've forgotten the title of the case, where the Supreme Court said that it was mandatory for the proceedings of the removal of judges to be in camera.
Yeah.
So that one too was struck out. Then she came again. She said this time around, she's been manhandled. When she went, it was a man that searched there. You know, her basic human rights are being violated. Then that one too was debunked. Another claim
that
that
the man touched her inappropriately or something.
That
or
the man was the one being searched.
touching
You know, even in the armed forces, women search women, men search men.
Oh, okay.
You know, and the man searched her. So she feels like,
then they
it's a
shouldn't
bit
have
too.
done that then.
It is an allegation. We don't know whether it's true or not. And again, yesterday I was listening to PM Express, and what's his name now? The Digitamaklo, the legal head for NDC said, I didn't even know this. He said it, and then it was substantiated by Frank Davis, the MPP legal head of legal. He said the lead lawyer for Madam Tokunu is Ayikwe Otu, the respected Ayikwe Otu. He wouldn't stand for that to be done to his clients. It's not going to be possible. And again, another allegation was that the legal team of Madam Tokunu had been barred from bringing gadgets to the committee hearing. That they don't want them to bring laptops and phones, but the prosecution was allowed. The AG's people were allowed. Again, Professor Ikotu will not, am I even pronouncing the name?
Ikotu.
Yeah.
He will not allow that. And it's not, it doesn't sound well. It doesn't sound right. So I think she's bringing case after case after case, and it is very clear to see that these cases will not go far. Then the affidavit that she filed was to address some things that happened during the committee sitting. And the court was of the opinion that if we address this thing, we'll have to discuss matters that are supposed to be in camera. So for that sole reason, we will not even accept the affidavit. We won't even open it to see what is inside. Because the thing is supposed to be discreet.
Yeah.
If you come and we start addressing issues pertaining to that discrete issue, we will have to discuss it in an open court. It defeats the whole process. It's counterintuitive. So no, we're not going to discuss it. Honestly, I think, and for the first time, she came to court herself. You know, previously it was Mr. Tokunu that will come and but she has a good marriage or a good relationship with her husband. You know, she will hold his hand, they'll be chatting inside the court, and you know, they look well.
Now you are talking. It's for being a marriage counselor, I've come to know also people who have public display of affection most are the people who are going through a lot in their marriage.
But not this. I mean, that's just your observation through, but not this particular marriage. Not this marriage.
No, because he's saying that the fact that they are holding their hands in the public, I am trying to say not necessarily. I see one of my clients who took his wife, they traveled, let me be more specific so you know what I'm talking about, to like Morocco, taking pictures and everything was so sweet and beautiful. Not knowing is because, according to the woman, when they arrived at Morocco, is because her husband had a relationship with another man in Morocco that they have gone to meet there. So they are all the pictures that I've seen it over and over again. So we hope so, but not necessarily. I'm not saying that what I said.
This is an education to say that the PDA, public display of affection, is
mostly it's a cover.
Yeah,
you can't.
But it's not this. But this is. I think we have to issue this disclaimer.
Yes. So
Doc is not saying that this marriage is false or struggling.
Thank you.
He's just educating the single man who we hope to get married by the end of the year. That I mean, make sure that when you...
It's like, you don't like peace. I can see that you are averse to peace.
Peace averse.
As you are explaining the thing, no, I'm receiving cannonballs.
No, but Doc is
right
Pastor
time.
He's educating me. Yes, he's educating me. I mean, why must you add my CV to the whole thing? Let's go to the next story. I'll even talk again.
Oh gosh. Anyways, Kaswa traders clash with task force 4 injured.
I wasn't surprised.
I wasn't surprised at all.
4 persons. No, that's so
prejudicial. We like our prejudice like that. Right. Did you ever hear of any task force member being hurt at Accra Central? Did you hear it anywhere?
Even the biggest one.
Did you hear?
4 persons have sustained injuries.
The details: 3 task force members and 1.
I'm reading it, Pastor.
Look at it. Look at it.
Injuries following a violent confrontation between traders and members of the Ewutu Senior East Municipal Assembly Task Force during a decongestion exercise in Kaswa Central Business District on Wednesday, May 28. The clash erupted on the 3rd day of the Assembly's decongestion operation, which aims to clear pedestrian walkways of unauthorized structures. While the first 2 days of the exercise proceeded without incident, tensions escalated when members of the Kaswa Phone Dealers Association resisted the removal of tents and they had erected on walkways.
You know, when you are going to Kaswa, just right at the overpass, and you are going to a place called Ghana Flag. There's an Assemblies of God there that sometimes I preach there. The pastor is now the head of the whole Ghana Assemblies of God, their mission. Reverend Maxwell Nkum, wherever you are, I greet you. Just from that short distance, about 100 meters, you can be there forever.
Traffic.
Because of what? Yeah, because of some of these things, Koko. So...
Is Kaswa, forgive me, I don't know whether I've been to Kaswa itself. Wait, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just keenly listening.
I know I've been to Botiano. Right, but Kaswa is ahead. I know I've gone past that to Cape Coast and the
But you can't tell where exactly the Kaswa is.
Where the overpass.
The most chaos.
Again, so I don't get to, because I've not been there, like gone there to do anything ever. So is it just the road or there are...
No, it goes all the way.
So the blockage of the road, it's
yes.
the other road or the main...
Because if you are going to Cape Coast, normally you use you pass up. So you won't really know much. You can see.
Then it's official. I've not been to Kaswa
so then officially pass down. So you would not, so that you would not officially defend them here.
Okay, right, okay.
When you pass the down,
okay.
It's chaos. Seriously.
You see, it's not that you shouldn't sell.
Right.
And it's not that you shouldn't ply your trade. But go to the designated places. But their opinion is that the market is too far for the people to come. And again, I blame us as citizens.
Exactly.
We are too lazy. We are too lazy. We are too lazy to maintain order. I don't get it. If we were wise enough, one day I was in a cave. And in my neighborhood, there's never traffic. What's traffic? But I was in a curve, and then there was traffic all of a sudden.
Right.
Only for me to go forward and see that a tractor driver had stopped inside the curve to offload passengers and to pick passengers.
Wow.
And my mind was, and of course you can't say anything because they are ahead of you and you are a number of cars behind. But my thinking was, you the person who is picking the car inside the curve, you are the one I blame. There's a designated bus stop. Why not walk to the bus stop? Sometimes you find the overpass, the footbridge.
Yes.
The footbridge is there. Then you see people jumping over the rails.
Oh.
On the N1, it happens all the time. And the number of deaths that have happened because of that kind of attitude. And you wonder, because sometimes when you look at the distance between the footbridge and where they are
Zongo Junction is worse in the whole
Yes.
country. Zongo Junction.
Why?
It's so worse that I will let you continue. That one time, the police is encouraging me to run through the people. And I stop and I said, then I will do that and you arrest me later on. You're supposed to let them go. The demonstration they did, put tires and burn so that they would do
the footbridge.
Koku, nobody passed there except people who are going to buy things inside that footbridge.
Yes. Because people are selling on the footbridge.
Yeah, they became another store.
But Ghana.
Kaneshi, you see,
Ghana.
Kaneshi, the footbridge is officially a mini market. Kaneshi, the footbridge. Some people even say, find me around Kaneshi footbridge. Because around the footbridge, on the footbridge, and it weakens it too. Because it's not meant to carry that amount of load for that sustained period. You are just walking over. That's what all you're supposed to do. So when you are selling on it, you've put your pants, your wares, and other things on it. Beggars are seated there. Poor people are there. People are selling shoes, polish, spray insecticide, all of these kinds of things. Now, the authorities have come and they say, we want to maintain a little order. And it's not even about you. The traffic that you cause, the congestion that you cause is too much.
Yeah.
So move from this place. And that's not even the worst part. You were served notice. You were told that we are coming to do this thing. You say you were told, but you weren't given enough time. What's the meaning of this?
For Kaswa, they will fight you.
What's the meaning of this?
Whatever you do, Kaswa, they will fight you. The fact that it's Kaswa, just
what should we do? The lady, the Ramsar site church, when she was informed that the building was going to be pulled down, she begged for 1 week. She said, I don't have a problem. You've made your point. And I think you are right. So just give me some time. I live here with my mother and my sister. We need to pack out so that you can demolish the building. Simple and short. If that is your opinion, if you want some more time what do? Do you fight?
No.
Do you hurl stones at them? And this is the reason, it's very dangerous sometimes. When it was election time, the IGP said, no policeman should hold a weapon.
That's right.
No soldier should hold a weapon. The CDS said no soldier should go to the polling site, stations with weapons, because things like this, if you hurl stones at me, I'll defend myself. I will launch fire, because what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
If it hits my head and I lose my sight permanently, what do you want me to do?
Right.
So it's good on a very large scale that the task force people were unarmed, because they were even more hurt. They were more hurt. And when they came and they were trying to do their work, they started hurling stones at them. Just imagine if any of them were armed.
Yeah.
You would just shoot into the crowd and it will become a very different story. So we don't need to tolerate such things. And I think that some people, look at this. What is this? And some people need to be scapegoated on some level. If any of them who were hurling the stones were seen, they should be arrested and put put away for some time for trying to assault law enforcement agencies, because those tax force people are trying to enforce the law. Exactly. You are not supposed to sell on pedestrian walkways. You are not supposed to sell phones on pedestrian walkways. And it is because of you that there's so much traffic. And yesterday, just for the sake of the this congestion exercise, there was a blockade. So all those going to Bodjasi had to reroute. Wow. And so you can imagine the amount of traffic that was there. The time for the traffic extended because of this. Because they had to call for reinforcement. Police people came before the situation normalized. Because you want to have the rights to misbehave. And it's because we have a lot of ehumobro in this country. We have a lot of ehumobro. Because these people, they shouldn't even be working free now. And we thank God, we bless God for the life of whoever's idea it was not to send arms there.
Yes.
Whether for maybe to send a signal or whatever. Yes, they should keep doing that. But we are also sorry I really hope that the state will take care of the injured people because they were on account of the state doing their job.
Police arrest 10 foreign nationals for alleged cybercrime activities. The Ghana Police Service, through its cybercrime unit, has arrested 10 foreign nationals in connection with alleged cybercrime activities during a joint intelligence-led operation with the Ghana Revenue Authority at Weja in the Greater Accra region, according to the statement released by the police. The suspect, comprising individuals of Chinese and Malaysian nationality, were apprehended as part of a coordinated crackdown on sophisticated digital fraud operations suspected to be operating from the area. The suspects are currently in police custody and are assisting with ongoing investigations.
But they didn't mention exactly what, because when it comes to cybercrime, there's
internet fraud. They do internet fraud.
Like for money, those kind of things.
Exactly.
And why do they have to travel all the way from Malaysia and China to do it there? Because it's internet, you can do it anywhere.
But would they not be arrested there if they were doing it?
Yeah, I know. But my point is that if it's internet fraud, sometimes I'm wondering why do they have to travel to another place?
Okay, so like I give you a
because they use VPNs.
Okay, I give you a context. I give you a context. The issue of if you like giving trading, forex trading, and all of that. What they do is that these young guys are very interested in it, so they gather very young people, put them in there who have the knowledge, and then provide gadgets and all of that will aid their work. And so then they do the trading, supervise the trading, and pay you based on whatever and all of that. So they are supervising and they take the larger chunk of it. So that's how it works.
Okay, wow. Because if it's not like that, if they themselves are
no,
then they can do it.
They're masterminds. They're masterminds. And I was very surprised that from 10 people, they recovered more than 800 mobile phones.
So how many people were using the 800 phones?
But what's that phone for?
So I'm saying that they give it to the and you see that enclave is I don't know how close what's the Swedru is.
Swedru is quite far.
So it's far, but I mean that's getting into.
So from Weja you go to Kaswa.
Yeah.
From Kaswa you go to
so many other
Goma,
okay.
Is it Goma? It's called. No, it's not
you
Goma.
go to Winneba.
Winneba.
Palm.
Okay. And then Winneba, when you go right, then you're going to Sweden.
Yeah. So I'm saying that thing is they are getting closer. Getting closer where you can call an enclave that hub of you for like people who commit these crimes. And so I mean we need to.
Oh, wow. But I'm hoping that they are not going to just deport them.
They're going to prosecute them.
Muntara Mubarak, wherever you are, we greet you.
Because
don't just deport them.
They feel like they can come commit crimes and then at best we just deport them.
Then
no consequence. So then people can
blacklist them. That's
come in.
No.
And for those who don't know, Ghana is one of the most efficient cyber hubs. We have one of the best cybersecurity systems in Africa.
Oh, wow.
We are one of the leaders. So those who think Ghana is a place they can come and misbehave, you continue. And one of the things that I've noticed about the police service now, I like Ghana police. I really like Ghana police. I know that sometimes they don't, but I think Ghana police is very efficient. They have adopted this FBI-like strategy where they gather a lot of evidence before they apprehend you. So by the time they come and apprehend you, you have nowhere to turn because you're surrounded with evidence. They've been watching for a very long time, and so some of the busts they're even making now, some of the law enforcement agencies like NACOC and Yoko and Co, when they come for you, you're almost certainly doomed because it's like the evidence is way too much.
I see.
And so if you are here in Ghana, you think that our structures are weak enough for you to perpetrate crime, please be warned. We are watching you.
So just talking about NACOC, let's just quickly connect to that before we do the last story. The Narcotics Control Commission, in collaboration with customs officials at the Tema port, has intercepted a 20-foot container carrying a consignment of tramadol, exceeding the legally permitted dosage of 100 milligrams.
All this is tramadol.
The seizure made at approximately, that's 4:40 p.m., revealed 99 cartons of Tramal X120, a combination of tramadol and carisoprodol.
That's as high as it gets.
120 at 120 milligram strength, alongside some quantity of sisal fiber. The container which appeared.
Wait, what? The tramadol was with sisal fiber?
Yes.
That's weird. That's two very unrelated things.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
Sisal fiber is used to make rope. Twine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
rope?
Rope. Yeah, it's used to make twine. It's a kind of a bush.
Okay, so probably that's what the
So it's like
cover.
legal consignment.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
A cover. So the container, which appeared ordinary for general cargo, was flagged and unstaffed, leading to the discovery of the concealed controlled substances. Charlie.
Serious,
Our young people.
Yeah, recently I saw one TikTok, a lady. I mean, the lady, he was going, then she will go all the way. The head is almost touching, and it's like a Chinese bamboo.
Somebody says, and this is on a light note, somebody says the medicine has an effect in such a way that you can go all the way and it defies a lot of gravity.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. It was like Chinese bamboo. It can go all the way, but it never breaks.
It defies all the laws of gravity.
Yes, I
it
smell
goes
like
so low. And also, do they come this way?
Yeah. They come this.
So,
They come.
one guy at Accra Mall.
Accra Mall?
Just here, Accra Mall here. And where the people have set up the markets across the way. The guy was walking,
then he paused.
Stopped. And then he was in that same position and I was scared, because
scared for him or for you?
For my life. Because I was walking that time and I was like,
You walk?
I was walking that time.
Strange.
Yeah, but you should walk.
I walk a lot. I don't even understand what he's talking about. So Koku wants to ask to dirty herself, but I refused. This morning I prayed before I came, so I will not take his bait. This guy just staggered there like that. I said,
Yeah, you saw it real.
The person I was working with said, please, let's pass. Let's pass behind me.
So which means that you are not only...
He said he's in somewhere.
We have just chanced on this container. My fear is, do we have more coming in?
Yes.
Or more that are already in the system.
That are unflagged.
Yeah.
Koku, this is even more concerning because the strength that you mentioned, you said is what?
120 mg.
The legal dosage in Ghana, the maximum is 100. The strength, not the administration, the strength. If you administer 75 mg of tramadol, the euphoria that it causes is akin to heroin. It's the same, even more. Yes, 74 or 75 mg around to an adult male. So if you administer a strength of 120, you can imagine what it will do to you. Who are those You see, we are a bit too soft on the people who bring these things in.
Exactly.
I think we should push the extreme button. In Thailand, when you are caught, you are sentenced
to death. Hey, for Thailand.
That's it. China, same thing. Because you can't come and... You see, the youth already, we have a shortage of legal means of employment. Our youth, Ghana has one of the most youthful populations. And there are not enough jobs to go around to serve everybody.
Even if there are jobs, they don't have employable skills.
Exactly. So you don't come and damage them more. We are doing our best. I saw something by the Bus Stop Boys. I don't know if you know the Bus Stop Boys.
Well, they've been here before.
Oh, really?
Charlie,
the TV is big.
Yeah, seriously.
Ambassadors and Bus Stop Boys. My goodness. I saw the Israeli ambassador that time.
Artists.
Yes.
Movie actors. And
the Friday in India, I don't miss. Because I know that I will get some soul food.
One of these days, you're going to come sing.
I don't mind at all.
Yeah,
I don't mind at all.
You're going to come sing.
I'll be his backup.
See that? These Bus Stop Boys, the Kpongolo, you see that when you rains, you used to flood there a lot.
Yes.
They went and did something. I don't know what they did. The heavy rain that no flood at Kpongolo, nothing at all. So these things, and the Bus Stop Boys, is manual labor.
Yeah.
They distilled the thing.
At a time where they are having support from the
government,
some people. And
I think Basintale is trying very hard to get them this needed support.
We just have to change our mindset so that we don't we don't give them too much work to do. They are helping, but the mindset change must come more.
Right. No, I think their work is more of maintenance.
Okay.
Than really changing anything, because even if we are doing the right thing, you know, when it rains, sand, silt, and all of those kinds, somebody has to declog.
Okay.
You know, and so yeah, they are necessary. And I think if we are able to empower them, we can decentralize and move to other regions and stuff like that. You know, and they are necessary. But I'm trying to say that we have to. These are some of the things that we are calling employment. Okay, the rest you don't have to come and destroy them for us. If we catch you, we'll destroy you.
That's right.
That's the extent we should go.
That's right.
The NACOC should be pushing for more extreme punishment for people who are caught. And you know, this was as a result of long-term intelligence gathering. This, I hear it was part of an intelligence bust that had to do with some people who were pushing drugs in the eastern region.
I see.
You know, and they have been watching them for a very long time, and then they made this bust. And that it's been going on.
Yeah.
They busted the ring of human traffickers around the Yarifa areas and few. Look, we are watching.
Right.
We are really, really watching. And the intelligence agencies in Ghana are not joking at all. Those who think that there's no law, they can do what they like. You continue. We'll be coming for you.
Mahama revokes appointment of Ann Sansa, and that's our last story. Dali, or as NHIA board member, Professor Ernest York, replaces her. So President Mahama has, with immediate effect,
you take that one first.
Revoked the appointment of Ann Sansa Dali as a member of the board of National Health Insurance Authority.
Wait, that's her?
The president has nominated Professor Dr. Doctor of Medicine, Ernest York, to replace her as a member of the board. Although it is not clear the reason for her reversal.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
It's not clear, it's clear.
Concerns recently that she does not hold license to practice in Ghana as a doctor. To practice in Ghana as a doctor.
Yes.
To practice in Ghana.
I wanted him to go first because the way he's very mesmerized by the beauty and the shape.
I didn't know that this is how she looks, but anyway. So
somebody has backslided before he start talking.
Oh, I will speak the truth. I promise on my honor. So this lady apparently, according to the MDC, the Medical and Dental Council, she doesn't have a license to practice as a doctor in Ghana.
Right.
And there was also an issue of a certificate that she presented, or a listing that she made on a CV.
Right.
That mentioned John Hopkins. And John Hopkins, they say they don't know her. They haven't heard of her before. And so that is also raising concerns about her qualifications. If the John Hopkins qualification is not true, then what other qualifications has she listed that are untrue? That's the whole point now. But because of all the contention concerning her qualifications, I think the most crucial and critical is the medical license one. Because, you know, right now, Dr. Apiakubi is a doctor.
Doctor of books.
PhD.
Yeah.
Doctor of books.
He has 2 PhDs. So.
Are
you aware?
But still books.
Yes.
2 PhDs?
Dr. Apiakubi has 2.
I have missiology and rural development.
Share. You think he's playing here?
My phone is so quiet.
It's Dr. Apiakubi.
Okay, from now onwards. I'm sorry.
No, please. Don't go there. Just I don't mind.
I support you, Goku.
Because even the masters we are
struggling. What's right and feel at the end? What do you mean? You know what it means?
Masters also have 2. Yeah, I have missiology. Then I have also in local government.
Local government.
Because it's connect. MDA means Masters of Development Administration, but major in local government. Okay. That connect with the rural development. Then the missiology as masters and the doctor, that connect to Asofudie. So I don't have
one of these days. You see, so when you write Dr. Apiakubi,
yes,
and you also write Dr. Kokulumo. Now we can't tell whether your doctor is a medical doctor, it's a doctor of law, doctor of, now he explains missiology and rural development. So now when you are a medical doctor, you have to put doctor into bracket med.
Yes.
That shows that you are
Exactly.
a medical doctor. Now you do that. Before you can do that, you should be in good standing with the MDC. You see, you can't just get up and write Dr. Med. If you haven't gone to renew your license, it's better for. And you know the sad thing?
Tell me.
I think she would have still be appointed if she wasn't a medical doctor, because it's
That's what was.
Is it a political appointment?
it is.
Oh,
but there's
There's supposed to be a doctor on the board.
2 health professionals with expertise in health insurance. That's why the 2 her, Dr. Anne Sansa Dali until her revocation, Dr. Zenato Ajiman Rawlings.
Oh, doctor! Oh, I'm so happy for Dr. Zinato.
Yes.
That's like Bishop's daughter. You know that.
Oh,
she was here.
Yeah.
oh,
And she's still an active member of the church.
oh,
Yeah.
Is it?
That's what person. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Papa, your daughter is on the board.
Yes.
So, Dr. Dali not being good standing with the MDC
Yes.
and still going ahead to put Dr. Med. And again, Dr. Callistos Mahama, Secretary, has clarified that she was never sworn in.
No. She didn't appear for the
Yeah, she was never. So it was the contentions were discovered shortly after she was nominated. She was questioning, and we're like, yo, because of these contentions, you can't be sworn in. We just look for a different person, and so that's what she's been. You know, so
Anyways.
we are watching still.
For me, if it's political appointment, then they can't use all these against him. Because how many of our politicians who are not qualified?
No, there are
It's a kind of doctor.
No,
No. You see now.
No, there are some. No, of course. The chief of staff at the vice president's office, at the vice president's office, Mr. Alex Segbefia is a lawyer, not a doctor, but he was a former health minister.
Oh.
So when the board indicates, when they specify that this particular one, there must be this expertise, because that particular slot was expertise in health insurance.
Right.
So are you saying that he
So-
doesn't have that expertise, or it's because he has not been sworn, or because he doesn't have the license?
She doesn't have the expertise because
okay, so now we're
the
talking.
qualifications that she presented, 2 of them are disputed. First of all, a medical license is not active according to the MDC.
But that doesn't mean he doesn't have the expertise.
Well,
the
that's-
fact that I didn't have
So you can put her just as a political appointee,
But not in
within
that
the
position.
brackets. If there's a board that says political appointees can just serve, anyone at all can serve.
Yes.
Right.
So and the John Hopkins qualification, I don't know exactly what that qualification was, but John Hopkins says no, we haven't had the students
Like
by
that.
this name, you know. And for me,
It raises questions even about illegalities and so
Exactly.
whether or not they have to prosecute now,
Exactly.
whether or not, because falsifying of documents and all of these other ones,
Yes.
these are
I think maybe-
these are criminal cases that must be dealt with.
I think maybe there's
Falsifying of documents.
yes, but I've had friends
Okay.
who
Or it's civil? No, it's criminal.
no, it's criminal.
Yeah, it's criminal.
No, it's criminal. It's criminal, especially in this particular
Yes,
case.
exactly.
I've had friends who in the US, who have studied in the US or were studying in the US, and during this Trump time, they have been, I don't know, questioned because of certain very weird reasons,
Yes.
you know, and some of them have even been taken off temporarily from their courses. You know, so this John Hopkins rejoinder saying they don't know her or they haven't had, maybe she changed her surname along the line or whatever the case may be. I think it's not confirmed, but that's what has come up. John Hopkins says,
Is she married?
sorry,
Is she married?
I think so.
No.
Then maybe.
She's not?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Because if he's married, well, sometimes when they will get married, then
They change their
so
name.
they
Okay.
can.
if she's not married, then
We'll see.
I don't
We'll see. She has a.
Hey, but if he's not
still
married,
a-
then the single man we are looking for.
she's
And the way he was looking for the lips and the hips, I think
She still has an opportunity to defend herself by providing the documents.
You don't want me to move forward. Is that not it?
All of that. A big thanks to Dr. Justice.
that's
Yakubi.
Yakubi. Or Justice.
Of course, development experts. And also the Dean of the Dominion Theological Seminary, of course. Pastor Badi is a forensic scientist with the Ghana Armed Forces and, of course, Next Gen Action Chapel International.
Amazing.
Just unofficially shamed to Chelsea for wanting to praise themselves for winning such a cup.
First.
Well, the sports is up next. You should also come and say about Chelsea. We don't even.